All right, and welcome to this special episode of Real Estate Fight Club. This is a series called What Would You Do, where we talk about professional ethics, standards, and I don't even know, code of ethics, and all the drama with realtors. So
Oh,
here
we
with
have no drama.
here with me today is Jim Camarada from Keller Williams in Minnesota. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Good. What case do you have for us today?
It has to do with RESPECT, respect
Find
for
out what it means
agency.
to me. Oh,
Oh, please
yeah.
don't break into song, please.
That's a good choice. Yes.
Uh, so here's the scenario.
Okay.
Uh, let's call him agent or realtor Smith.
Okay.
Lists a property. It is an exclusive right to sell listing.
Okay.
And he just blasts everything out. He's marketing everything that was on his marketing plan. He's doing, but because of various circumstances, he's gotten very little traction, very few showings, and certainly no offers.
Mm.
Um, but shortly after he listed it, this other real estate agent, let's call him Jones, approached the seller. Wasn't quite sure whether it really was or wasn't on the market, and approached the seller, and the seller
He wasn't
explained
sure.
there were signs and it was supposed to be in MLS, but he approached the seller anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so the seller, being the good person that he was, said, I'm sorry, I've got an exclusive listing with Smith.
Okay.
So, that's it.
Great. You're done.
Well, it would have been fine if Jones had said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
I will back off."
Right.
But no, he said, "Well, over the next several weeks and months, um, you're going to be listing it, and but you know what? If it doesn't sell,
Oh,
I have an
no.
outstanding company, a great organization. I'm always in touch with active potential buyers interested in this kind of property. And I'm in a position to render you exceptional service, and I will call you in 90 days.
Okay.
How are we doing so far?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Property didn't sell. So 90 days
Okay.
goes by. Property did not sell. Agent Jones goes back to the seller. Listing hasn't expired yet.
Okay.
Goes back to the seller and says,
That's
hey,
crossing
it's
signs.
expiring. Pardon?
It's called crossing signs.
You can call it anything you want.
Yeah.
I call it disrespect.
Yes.
Um, and so when the first agent, Smith, circles back to the client and says, I know it hasn't sold. I'd like to suggest some other changes to the whole marketing program, and including price and things like that.
Right.
I'd like an extension. And the seller says, I don't think so. I was really impressed with the other agent, with Jones's
Oh, no.
whole assurance of superior service, and I'm I'm gonna list it with
Oh,
the other seller.
no. Oh, no. Okay.
So, needless to say, Smith, the first agent, filed a complaint with
Yes.
his local board. So, you want to take a break here and do your
Yeah.
commercial?
Yeah, let's do that. I have a lot to say about this. All right. So, the two partners I want to tell you about today are our favorite virtual assistant, which is called Cyberbacker. And we use them to help with anything that is not a money generating activity. So they've been great for our social media. They've been great to help us like coordinate transactions, do all kinds of things. So you can go to cyberbacker.com, you input Fight Club, and you'll get a special gift. And then also, one of the ways that we've been generating leads besides cold calling, because we know everybody hates cold calling except for me, is we've been using Pipeline Pro Tools, and they are a great marketing engine. So I would encourage you to book a demo, see where you can get a copy of what we've been doing to generate leads. And you can go to pipelineprotools.com/fight club. All right, Jim, will you read to me the code of ethics standard that they cited that this agent Jones was violating?
Yeah, yeah. They said Article 16, which says realtors shall not engage in any practice or take the action inconsistent with exclusive representation or exclusive brokerage relationship agreements that other realtors have with clients.
I
So
mean, I
Article
think that
16 was
Jones, oh,
don't cross the sign.
yeah, I mean, Jones did that, right? Like we all know that you can't, well, allegedly, you can, but here's the thing, Jim. So we all know that you're not supposed to solicit other agents' listings.
Correct.
However, we all also see where it's expired and then it's like up within an hour or so with another agency. So how does that happen?
I can't speak to that. I can speak to when the listing expires.
Yes.
And there are some agents in my office who are in the office January 1.
Yeah.
When do a lot of listings expire?
Well, the first
December
of every
31st.
month. Well, the first of every month is like
31st.
expired day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah, but
so
that's not, yes, and
you can
that's
go after it.
good. But
You can
that's
go
not,
after it.
I mean, but there's so many agents that there's so many listings that it'll be back up with another agent, which means the paperwork is signed, they've already met. That's within an hour.
I can't speak to that other than Article 16 says you
Yeah.
will not cross the line. And as a broker, I'm going to reinforce
Right.
that you have to respect and honor the agency relationships that other agents have with their clients, whether it's a
Now,
buyer
the
agency
client
or a seller.
though, but the client can call another agent. Just the other,
Yeah,
like as the other agent, you
yes,
can't call
right.
the client
Yeah.
of another
So
realtor. Yeah.
yeah. So if the client in this case called Jones, the
Hmm.
second realtor, and
Yeah.
said, I'm interested in listing with you. Can you come over first thing in the morning
Right.
and we can get this thing going?
Right.
So yeah, that could happen.
That can
Uh,
happen.
and and that's fine. But what happened was, and this is what the grievance committee found, that the second agent, Jones, had violated Article 16 by failing to respect the exclusive agency
Obviously.
of the first agent. And the panel's decision, this is what I like this, advised that the second agent, Jones, original contact with the client made at a time when he had no knowledge of Realtor Smith's exclusive listing was not in itself unethical.
Right.
But as soon as he learned of the status as the client's exclusive agent, he should have taken an attitude of respect for the
Hmm.
agency of another realtor and refrained from any effort to get the listing until the expiration date of the original contract.
Yeah. So here's like my recommendation, because that does happen sometimes, right? Like you do your best to scrub the list before you make contact. But sometimes the paperwork's been signed, but it's like not in the MLS or like whatever, things happen, right? So then if that happens and they're like, hey, we already have it listed, or I'm getting ready to, like, I already have paperwork signed and we're listing it tomorrow, be like, great, I'll take a look at it. If I have any buyers, I'll bring them by.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I personally had a situation just a couple of weeks ago. I listed a property in a neighborhood, and one of the neighbors, I guess walking a dog or something, had said to my client, "Hey, I hear your house is for sale. What's the probability of my being able to see it?" Well, I've got it listed with Jim Camarada.
Hmm.
Go through him,
Hmm.
or I can have him reach out to you. Yeah,
Right.
here's my number. So
Right.
I reached out to that neighbor
Hmm.
and had a brief conversation, and then I said, "Are you working with any other agent at this point? Or, if you're not represented, are you looking to hire an agent? He says, oh no, I've got an agent already and I'm representative and I've signed up. I said, say no more.
Right.
Say no more. Who is it? I will call him and apologize for contacting you. And I did. I
Yeah.
called the other agent. And I said, hey, here's the deal. And he says, oh my gosh, I've never had an agent call me before.
Yeah, well, we should be calling each other because it's like and I always say like it's just more proper if I go directly to the agent because sometimes buyers will go rogue and they'll just reach out, right? And you could tell by the conversation. I don't really usually ask if they're working with an agent because you can usually tell by the conversation if they are. So I'll be like, who is your agent that you're working with? And
Well, some of the things he said, kind of where's he getting this knowledge?
correct,
So just something didn't smell quite right.
exactly.
So just to wrap up on this case, the grievance committee said that, what really got to them was the second agent presenting his superior service, and suggesting that the client, that he had a better capacity to serve that client. I mean, just really trashing the first agent. So that is totally unethical. And I'm glad this person was found in violation, because that's not how we operate our businesses.
No, it
It's
was pretty
not.
clear they were in violation for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that
anyway,
was a good one, and that does happen, right? And this is also another reason why we need to get paperwork signed saying that client you cannot call that person a client until they have hired you, and the hiring is a written agreement.
gotta be
So,
signed.
yep, it has to be signed. So until that happens, they are not your client.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
get the paperwork signed, and then they are, and then you have nothing to worry about.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's great. It's
I love
easy
it.
peasy. So, Jim, if people have questions for you or if they have a referral in Minnesota, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
I love referrals. Jim Camarada at kw.com or 612-562-7461.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being on.
Lovely. Okay, thanks for having me.
Bye.
See you.